everybody, Rod here, and it's time for another behind the scenes, so welcome. I intended to do one a month of these things, but February came and went and I didn't get one done, so it's now March and I'm attempting to get this one done. This is my third take, so hopefully third time's the charm. But anyway, number of things to talk about. First, girls from TNA. Okay, I am currently still working on page 15. It's basically the warehouse shootout where they go in to rescue Layla, who's been kidnapped. And I think at last count inside the warehouse I have 14 figures between the girls and the bad guys, and it's not that it renders all that slowly. I'm working on this computer back here, and it does a pretty good job. It really doesn't take it very long to render, even at large sizes. And I go between 3,000 to 4,000 pixels on the longest side. But anyway, with all those figures in there, of course, you've got to get the poses just right. You know, the girls are shooting and the bad guys are falling and one thing and another. So you've got to get all the poses right. And there's really too much happening in there to fit on one page. So I'm actually going to expand the warehouse shootout into 2 pages, possibly part of a third. We'll see how that goes, but it'll be page 15, page 16, and possibly part of page 17 for that scene. So yes, I'm still working on it. Hopefully it'll be worth the wait. And I hope to have at least page 15 up here in the next week or so on Renderosity, and on I need to update my website too. And let's see what else is going on. Oh, as you will see, the Vagrant camps are gone. Thankfully, finally. I've been dealing with that for about 3 weeks, and the Vagrant camps are gone. So I'm sorry those people have to live that way, and it's a sad situation all the way around. But my angle is kind of, we want to get out of this neighborhood. This neighborhood's going downhill, as I've said many times. And I'm working on this house, working on a lot of different things. I got my bathroom just about done. I'm working on several things to improve this place so we can sell it and have that money to set aside and for another house. It is not going to help the property values at all to have a Vagrant camp out there in that drainage ditch. So that's the biggest reason. But anyway, they're gone. They're out of there now. So yes, thank you. Last night I got a phone call from my next door neighbor. She's a really, really nice lady and real sweet. And her mom passed away. Her mom used to live there with her, but her mom passed away here some time ago, and she's been living there by herself. So of course she gets lonely, and every once in a while she'll call or she'll walk over and talk to us. She called me last night and asked if I was having any trouble with my TVs. And I was like, no, not that I'm aware of. And she said, well, I'm getting interference and it's telling me the signal's blocked and one thing and another. Okay. It turns out she's still using a TV that uses rabbit ears and an antenna on the house. Must not be a whole lot you can watch, but At any rate, I told her, no, everything's fine here. We've got Comcast, so, you know, we have cable. And she wanted to know if I'd bought any new equipment that could possibly be interfering. I'm like, no, I haven't bought any new equipment in a while, and I don't have anything that would, you know, cause that kind of a problem anyway. But anyway, then we got to talking about other stuff. We got to talking about the homeless guys that were camped out there, and you know, then she made a comment that I found rather unsettling. Her brother, one of her brothers, has been trying to get her out of the house for some time, and she said, you know, mentioned that and said, well, with my brother trying to get me out of here, I might be homeless before long. And then what gave me a heart attack, she said, well, I could probably live in my car. Maybe I could live in your driveway. I'm like, oh, God, no, 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 don't even go there. Please tell me you're kidding. I don't need this kind of stress, you know. And I was like, oh, geez, let me sit down for a minute. And, you know, I want to be a good neighbor and everything, but I don't need her or anyone else living in my driveway. I mean, I need that for my car to go in and out when we go to the store or something. So I was just like, oh, you know, please, you know, disturbance in the forest, tell me this was a joke. So, you know, we were both feeling rather uneasy about that last night. But anyway, one other thing, I have my old DJI Phantom 2, which I don't fly it anymore because I've got the Inspire, I've got the Mavic back here. Both are, you know, have superior range and time, and of course the cameras are far superior. So I thought, well, you know, instead of just having it sit there in a case not being used, why don't I just put it on eBay and maybe get a few bucks for it? So I did. And it got a lot of bids, and it brought me to a piece of enlightenment as well, and I will explain that. But first, just a slight language caution here. We all know that the world is full of assholes, okay? It is just filled with them. And this has given me a revelation as to why that is. And why that is the fact that it seems like in order to get anything done, to get a fire built under anybody, to get something accomplished, you have to be a total asshole. You can't just be polite and, you know, nice about it. If you are, they ignore you. And the case in point on this Phantom thing, the winning bid was $255 for it, which is great. I thought, man, that's great. I can use that money. I can get the rest of the stuff I need to get this computer table project done and a few other things. Great. The auction ended the 4th of March. Today's the 10th. And, you know, so it ended, and the same night the guy sent me an email and said, hey, you know, my credit card that I used for eBay, the total was a little bit over. I think he said $8 over it. So I'm just waiting for it to post, so it might be tomorrow or Monday before I can pay you. So I was, okay, that's fine, you know, no problem. You know, I can work, I'll be happy to work with you. So, of course, that was Saturday. Sunday came and went, fine. Monday came and went, no payment, no emails. Tuesday came and went, no payment, no emails. So, you know, Tuesday, about midday, I sent him an email and said, hey, what's going on? What's the status? I'd like to know. You know, drop me an email and let me know. No response. Tuesday evening, I sent another one and said, hey, what's going on? let me know what's going on, because I've got other things that are waiting on that money too. No response. Today I thought, well, maybe he'll respond today. No response. So I finally ended up sending a stronger email. I also opened a non-paying buyer situation with eBay, and I looked at looked at the guy's feedback. He's only been on eBay for about a year, but he had like 17 or 18 feedbacks, all of them 100% good. Pays quickly, good communication, good buyer, all this stuff, until he gets to me. What is it about me? I mean, is there a bad movement in the force or something? Why me? Why is it me? So anyway, that just kind of illustrates my theory. Anyway, I'm just rambling on here, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at some of the other stuff. And I've taken the insulators, or most of the insulators, down off of that pole. It's going to be coming down pretty soon, my pole out back. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff going on around here, and we'll catch you on the next Behind the Scenes. See you then. It's time to take the pole down. I will get started by removing some of the insulators. First on that 4-prong bracket on the second pole up, or the second cross arm up. Yes, my friends, it's the end of an era. The pole's coming down soon.